Hey guys, so finally a video that's been so long overdue. Small tour of my working space, my bedroom studio. It's a highly requested video and I'm aware that a huge portion of my audience are people just like me. People who are musicians and have or want to have a small working space where they can create some really cool music. Hopefully this video will I don't know if it will help anyone, but I guess it's just going to be interesting to some to see where I work, how I work, and basically where I spend most of my time. For this video I thought I can guide you through my guitars, then we'll move to the desk. I'll show you everything that's going on the desk, and we'll get into other details along the way. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. So before we move on, quick disclaimer: none of the gear that I'm going to show you is essential to create a good quality music. So while you're watching this, please keep that in mind, okay? Let's do it. I will guide you through my guitars. I'll start with my first guitar and then we'll move to my next guitar and you get the concept. So let's do it. My first guitar was this acoustic guitar. This is the guitar on which I learned my first chords. My dad actually plays guitar just a tiny little bit, so he taught me some basic chords on it, and it's a pretty awesome guitar. I don't know if you can see, but it's pretty dusty because I don't use it that much, only when I'm recording basically. It's the acoustic guitar you had a chance to hear on Below 3 and my songs, my solo project or Destiny Potato stuff. It's a Takamine guitar made in Japan. It's F340. It's from the 70s, the lawsuit era. If you look at the logo of the guitar, it's kind of obvious that it looks kind of like Martin guitars, and they got into a bit of trouble for that, of course. But it's a beautiful instrument. It's more than 40 years old. Now the strings on it right now are pretty old, but for the recording purposes I'm using it right now. This dark sound really suits the mood that I'm using it for right now, but I will be changing strings pretty soon when I jump into recording the Destiny Potato or Below 4 stuff. So beautiful instrument, yeah. Many memories, especially the crack right here, which I made when I was 7 or 8 years old. I didn't really care about guitars all that much back then. Yeah, that's the Takamine. Moving on, my first electric guitar ever is this Mexican Fender Stratocaster. My dad bought it to me when I really started getting into guitars. It costed around $200, something like that, pretty cheap. I haven't used it on my releases, but I used it on many guest guitar solos I did, especially after Chris, who's currently working for Dunlop. He used to work for EMG back then, and he hooked me up with a bunch of great EMG products, and this one they made for me. It's like controls are David Gilmour controls. I don't know which pickups exactly are these, but I asked for something that sounds most vintagey. It turned out to be an amazing instrument after all, and I'm really happy about it. Now this thing, if you followed me since my beginnings, you know that this was my main guitar for a few years. This is the first guitar on which I tried the open A-flat tuning, which sounds like this. Yeah, this is an Ibanez guitar. I'm not really using it all that much anymore, but maybe I should get back to it. It's such an awesome instrument. I don't know which wood. I don't know much about guitars. I mean, do you really care about this stuff? Woods and stuff? I don't know. Look it up. It's Ibanez S series. You know, here it says custom made. Moving on. Not much I can say about this that you probably don't know. It's a Music Man, John Petrucci signature, Mystic Dream. You know, see how the color changes. It's and this is basically still one of my main guitars. It's amazing. And then we have this thing. It's made from a really small guitar manufacturer here in my hometown in Belgrade. Everything on this guitar is crafted by hand, which is absolutely amazing. It's called Wood Gorilla and it's my only 7-string guitar. I'm still getting used to 7-string. Actually, for this one I know what's going on. It's the mahogany body and mahogany neck and maple fretboard, and these are EMGs. I'm not sure which ones. I'll check and you have the, you know, these ones, and the one in the middle is like a single coil active pickup. I also don't know which one. I don't care. If you haven't still, check out Wood Gorilla Guitar. It's a really interesting little company. And then of course there is this beauty. It's also Wood Gorilla guitars. The paint thing was done by me. So I told him what I wanted to do with the body shape and the heads, which is kind of inspired by Music Man, as you can see. But then he invited me to come to his place and see the body that he has done for the guitar. He was so excited about it, and I went there and it was painted in some kind of a green, candy green kind of color, which I didn't like at all. I just took a bunch of paints from his studio, went outside and just did this cruelty to this beautiful instrument. And yeah, it's a really beautiful guitar. It's mahogany body, it's a paddock neck and maple neck and maple fretboard. And these EMGs are actually passive EMGs and they are pretty damn awesome. And that's pretty much it about my guitars. I also have that double neck Wood Gorilla guitar, which is behind there in that case, but I'm too lazy to take it out right now. Okay, so that was guitars. Now the desk. It's pretty simple. My main monitors are Tannoy System 600. These are passive and they are powered by this Alesis amplifier, which I know nothing about. If you want to know more about studio monitors, you can watch my previous video. I'll put it right here. And that will pretty much cover the story about the monitors that I'm using. For other stuff, let me just get you a bit closer. Obviously I have a mouse and a keyboard. I like my things as wireless as possible, so wireless keyboard, wireless mouse, a Mac PC, which I will talk about in a second. XFX, you probably heard about it, you probably want to own it really badly and you don't have money for it. Neither did I, but guys from Fractal Audio were kind enough to give me a really special price for it. The other one is in my bag, so whenever I have to go somewhere, play a gig, go to a studio to practice or whatever, I just take my bag with me and leave these things intact as they are. So yeah, that's the XFX. Okay, so over here I have my sound card, UR28M. No idea what that means, but it works great. You can connect 3 different monitoring systems on it and you can switch whichever you like to use. You have a mono switch, which is awesome, some really good preamps and a nice decent size volume knob. That's pretty much it. I don't know much about the technical stuff about this thing, but it gets the job done, it works great and I'm happy with it. Next thing, keyboards. It's Axiom 61 by M Audio. It doesn't have any patches whatsoever. It's just your basic MIDI controller keyboard with all the useful knobs that I never use, and a drum pad. It works great. My main PC is the mid-2010 iMac 21.5 inch. This machine did such an amazing job. I recorded Below 1, Below 2, Below 3, Destiny Potato, Ego and Eco, and I'm working on a new album right now, and I'll probably finish the new Destiny Potato record on it, and it's been just beautiful experience working on this PC, and it paid itself off so many times. If it was to die right now, I wouldn't feel sorry about it at all, because it got the job done for years now, and it's pretty awesome. Of course, it's not perfect. It's almost 7 years old, and I'll probably make a switch. I'll try to make my MacBook Pro a main driving force for the studio. If that works out, awesome. If not, I'll probably go for the latest version of iMac, but not because, you know, Macintosh versus PC or anything like that. It's just I'm so used to, and I really like this operating system, and it worked amazingly well in the past 6 years or so. So yeah, maybe I can also guide you through my drawers. Here we have some basic guitar stuff and tools for repairing stuff. In the second one we have a bunch of Jim Dunlop guitar products, guitar strings. Obviously I have some Xiaomi earbuds. These are like their consumer earbuds, but they are dual drivers and they give you a little bit more details when you listen to music. So I bought a couple of them because I'm really used to listening to music on them. I like them. Some Dunlop guitar straps down here that are still unpacked. Next one is kind of random, I guess. C2I. What is this doing here? Oh, I see. I have some pretty confidential stuff right here. No, I'm just kidding. It's like Ego and Eco booklets, design ideas and stuff. But yeah, C2I is here. I actually did a guest solo on this record, and it's a pretty cool record. If you haven't checked it out, do it. I got some pens, an external hard drive here, and notebook. In the last one I have acoustic guitar strings and a bunch of strings of some random tangents in case a string breaks or something like that. So in this second set of drawers I got some video equipment that I'm using. Pretty simple, some SD cards, whatnot. Here this is like a random drawer, some Japanese edition of Destiny Potato Loon, some more tools, mosquito killers, nothing interesting. This is my live wireless equipment, and in the last one is just a bunch of cables that I might or might not ever need or use. So that's it. What else could be interesting? I don't know. Microphones, of course, microphones. By the way, these panels that you see around my room, these are all handmade by me and my mother. It's just like a wooden border. Underneath is like pressed cotton, and above it is just like this nice looking black material that looks nice because the pressed cotton looks like shit. This light right now is helping me record the video. My old camera, my good old Mackie sound card. Right here are some personal stuff like t-shirts, pants, and so on. There's a small table with a little MacBook Pro on it, and hopefully my future workstation. There's a famous hat right here and a pair of headphones. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. If you like the video, thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe for more videos like this. Check out my previous videos. We can continue the nerdy conversation about the equipment and stuff in the comments below. Of course, if you have any questions, I'll be in the comments replying to your messages. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a lovely rest of your day and stay fabulous. See you soon.